welcome to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. You can't see me right now because I am obviously behind the camera, but feel free to look at my somewhat clean kitchen counter. Okay, for today's video I'm going to be showing you how I create my custom lipstick palettes. If you've seen my previous video, I did kind of like a haul video, I guess, and in it I mentioned that I bought some palettes and that I'd be creating my own lipstick palette. If you have not seen that video, I would suggest you would, but we don't have time for that right now. So essentially this is the type of palette that I'm trying to recreate for myself. This is one I made a couple years ago. You can see it's not the best, but I mean, I tried. So instead of having it in a single palette like this, I am going to be moving this one into a double palette situation and then adding some lipstick since I am on an overflow right now. So if you are keen to see how I create a lipstick palette like this, and if you are a makeup artist or someone who just enjoys lipstick palettes, then keep on watching. To create a lipstick palette, you are going to need quite a few things. First off, you are going to need a palette case. This is the Pro Palette Large Duo case from MAC. It's a palette case, and when you open it up, it has two sides and then this really cool nifty divider in between. Then of course you're going to need wells to put your lipsticks in. This is the Pro Palette Custom by 24 well insert. You can use these for lips, for concealers, for foundations, pretty much any liquid that you can decant. This is what it looks like. So the lipsticks are going to be melted or pressed into these wells, and then this is what's going to go into the palette. To label the lipsticks in the palette, you're going to need some kind of labels or stickers. I just bought these at CNA. You are going to need a metal spoon. I like to melt my lipsticks into my palettes. I see a lot of artists that will take a spatula and press it into the palette. That takes far too long for me. I cannot deal. So we're going to be melting them. So you're going to need a metal spoon. Of course, to melt your lipsticks, you're going to need a candle or some sort of flame. Candle's probably the best. This is just a cheapy candle that I bought at Westpac. It was literally 2 for 6 rand. It's brand new. So you're going to need something to light your candle. So a lighter or matches, duh, obviously. You see a pen to write your labels. Of course, you're going to need your lipsticks. This is my bag. The zip is literally broken because it's so full. Sorry, this is not a great angle because I'm trying to balance my phone on like a podium thing. So I'm sorry if the angles aren't great. I'm going to try my best to move my phone around as best as I can, but I kind of need to be hands-free right now. So this is the angle you are getting. Sorry. So yeah, these are my lipsticks, and well, yeah, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is remove all my lipsticks from the bag, and I'm going to sort through them to make sure I have all the lipsticks that I need. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my liquid lipsticks. Those are going to be taken out first because obviously I'm not going to decant my liquid lipsticks. I'm then going to take all my Viva Glams and put them aside. I don't like to decant Viva Glams because I feel it's a really good collection item and I don't want to see them go, because some of them do come in decorative packaging like these, and I feel like that's quite a collector's item, so I do want to keep those. I'm also going to put aside my mini lipsticks because those are collectibles as well. And then I'm going to take all the lipsticks that have been discontinued at MAC, put those aside too because those also come in decorative packaging. And because they're discontinued, I also feel like that's going to be quite a collector's item, so I'm going to put those aside. And then any collection lipsticks I have that come in decorative packaging, those are going to be put aside too because again, it's a collector's item in my mind and I don't want to decant them. So I'm left with bullets. These are powder kiss bullets and normal lipstick bullets. So once I have opened up all my lipsticks, as you can see here, I'm going to start putting them in kind of like a schematics order, so light to dark essentially. I know I don't have a lot here to fill the lipstick pans, but I'm hoping that once I do get more lipsticks, I can just fill them in accordingly. So now what you're going to do is you're obviously going to light your candle. We need to get the flame going so that we can start the melting process of our lipsticks. So let's begin. So I turn the lipstick out all the way until it's its fullest, and then taking a butter knife, I'm just going to cut through the lipstick. You can break it off if you want, but that's quite messy, and sometimes you don't always get a clean break, so I like to cut my lipstick off. I'm then just going to drop it into the spoon, pretty much center. It helps if it's in the center. And then I'm just going to hold the spoon over the flame until the lipstick is completely melted. It is quite a process to melt the lipstick down because the lipstick is quite thick. But once it starts melting, it should look like this. And then I just kind of move the spoon around the flame to make it an even melt, just to ensure that everything is melted down flat and correctly. Then it's melted, as you can see here. I'm just going to pour and decant this into the tray. And fill it up as much as I can. I'm going to allow as much drip off as possible to obviously not waste the lipstick. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to leave that to set, and while that is setting, I'm going to wash my spoon. It is super important that you get hot water running and some sunlight liquid or some kind of dish soap and wash off the lipstick entirely. If you try and melt another lipstick on top of the lipstick that you've used on your spoon already, it's going to transfer color and you're not going to have a clean decant of your lipstick. So make sure that with each and every lipstick that you do, that you keep going back and washing your spoon. So these are all my lipsticks that I've set. Some of them did go over, some of them are kind of overlapping, but it's okay. Those lipsticks were a lot fuller than the other lipsticks. Essentially what you want to do is you want to let this tray set overnight. You don't want to touch it or move it or anything like that. Your lipsticks need to set on their own in a clean, cool, dry place. So now I am just labeling, I'm going to label my palette. So I'm just writing down all the lipstick names down on the stickers that I have. Sometimes I can't always fit the full lipstick name down, so I either try and abbreviate it or try and contract the word, or the lipstick shade name rather, as much as I can. So that I understand what lipstick it is. And then I am just going to go to town and label my palette. It's not an exact science. I don't like measure out my labels and like try and stick them perfectly. I try and just kind of put it in a pretty much of a straight line, and as best as I can to match the lipstick, so that when the divider closes over the palette, the label sits somewhat near or on the lipstick that I have in the tray. So I'm going to do that for both sides. And then this is what my palette looks like once I have labeled it back and front. So you can see the labels pretty much kind of line up with the lipsticks. It's not the best, but I mean, you know. So once my lipsticks have set, this is what the completed palette looks like. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, or this tutorial helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!